What is really interesting about this is how love, when pursued with patience, can be both frustrating and rewarding. Kind of like standing outside in the pouring rain, waiting for a bus that may or may not show up. But when it does, you realize the wait was worth it. I remember feeling the same kind of uncertainty when I was chasing after my dreams that took years to come true, wondering if my persistence was leading anywhere. Today we're going to talk about Misanogoku and why it is the ultimate patience and love masterclass. This anime follows Goldie, a struggling student who is consistently tested in love and life, but never gives up. He waits, learns, grows, and in the end proves that commitment is the foundation of a meaningful relationship. I spent hours rewatching every moment of Goldie's journey, analyzing the small details that make this story timeless. You'll learn how patience can strengthen your relationships while perseverance makes all the difference, and how love, when nurtured with time, can lead to the most fulfilling rewards. If you ever wonder whether holding on through the storm is really worth it, it's I'm so happy you're here, Zenroku family. I appreciate you joining me today on this journey of self-discovery and mastery. Love and patience have tested me in ways I never expected, just like they tested Goldie. Have you ever found yourself waiting for something or someone without knowing if the effort was worth it? Welcome to Momentum Mondays on the Zenroku Podcast Network. I am Michael Yearby, your personal development expert and anime junkie, and I want you to show your support by hitting the subscribe, liking, and sharing this episode with your friends and family. Last week, we explored 5 risk and reward lessons Kaiji taught me. We broke down how Kaiji's insane gambling revealed the importance of trusting your instincts, assessing risk wisely, and taking bold but calculated leaps to grow. We talked about how sometimes when everything is on the line, the only real choice is to step forward with conviction, even when the outcome isn't guaranteed. If you missed it, make sure you check it out. What we will discuss is how Misanogoku shows the power of unwavering patience. Love isn't always immediate, and Goldie's struggle reflects how persistence is often the key to making something real. Then we explore how personal growth plays a massive role in building strong relationships. The mistakes we make along the way, just like Goldie's missteps, shapes us into the people we are meant to be. Finally, we'll break down why dedication and trust can create the foundation for long-term happiness. Because at the end of the day, love is more than just a fleeting feeling. It's a commitment. Now let's dive into the first major lesson Misanogoku teaches us about patience and see why sticking it out can lead to the kind of love that lasts a lifetime. The power of unwavering patience. You won't believe this, but Misanogoku isn't just another romance anime. It's a slow burn that makes and that will test your patience as much as it tests Goldie's. The story kicks off with Goldie, an average guy struggling to pass his college entrance exams while living in a rundown boarding house full of eccentric, noisy neighbors. The biggest twist is he falls head over heels for Kyoko, the new apartment manager. The problem? Kyoko is a widow, still mourning the loss of her late husband and not ready to open her heart again. Goldie, one of those young and inexperienced, finds himself caught in a situation where rushing things won't work. He has to wait. Watching has his unwavering patience as he holds on to hope, even when it seems hopeless. Reminds me how I had to learn patience in my own life. Whether it was chasing my dreams or waiting for the opportunities to be right, I had to remind myself that some things take time. Here's something that blew my mind. Goldie didn't just wait. He struggles, fails, and stumbles his way through life while holding on to his feelings for Kyoko. There's a moment when he considers giving up, thinking she'll never see him as more than a troublesome tenant. He even tries to move on, but something in him refuses to let go. His conflict isn't just about love. It's about proving to himself that he's worthy, that he can grow into someone Kyoko can take seriously. That kind of self-doubt is something I know all too well. While stationed at one of my many bases, I often questioned whether I had what it took to stand out and earn my place. The struggle of feeling like you're never enough, but still pushing forward, that's something everyone can relate to. Well, I hope that everyone can relate to that. What's fascinating about this is how Kyoko isn't deliberately playing hard to get. She's genuinely afraid of moving on. She cares for Goldie, but isn't ready to let go of her past, creating a situation where her timing becomes everything. The real lesson here is love isn't just about wanting someone. It's about understanding where they are in life and respecting their journey. Goldie waits not because he's weak, but because he knows forcing something before it's ready can ruin it. How many times have you guys rushed a relationship or rushed an infatuation with someone before it was ready to mature because you wanted it now? Hey, if that happened to you, don't be afraid. Say it in the comments. It's the same lesson I learned about personal growth. There were times in my career when I wanted to jump ahead, but I wasn't ready yet. And just like Goldie, I had to learn that patience isn't about doing nothing. It's about preparing yourself so that when the moment is right, you're ready to step up. Now that we've seen how Goldie's patience isn't just about waiting, but about growing in the process, let's take a step deeper and explore how Misanogoku teaches us that personal growth is essential for building meaningful relationships. Personal growth as the key to lasting relationships. Let me paint a picture for you. Goldie starts off a total mess. He's broke, failing his exams, and consistently getting pushed around by his wild neighbors. He has big dreams, but little discipline. And at first, he doesn't seem like someone who could win over a woman as strong and independent as Kyoko. The big conflict, Goldie isn't just fighting for love, he's fighting against his own immaturity. If he wants to be someone Kyoko can respect, he has to grow up. Watching him slowly take responsibility, find a real job, and build his confidence is inspiring because it shows that love isn't just about chemistry, it's about becoming a better version of yourself. This hits home for me when I was first starting out in my military career. I had to prove to myself and to others that I was capable of stepping up, leading, and handling my responsibilities. And just like Goldie, I had moments where I questioned whether I was truly making progress and damn sure making a difference. Here's a twist you didn't see coming. Just when it seems like Goldie is getting his life together, along comes Mitaka, the wealthy, charming, confident rival who also has eyes for Kyoko. Mitaka seems like the perfect choice, the guy who has everything figured out, while Goldie is still struggling. This creates one of the biggest conflicts in the series. Should Kyoko choose the guy who already has it all, or should she wait for the one who's still becoming his best self? This moment in a Maison Ikkoku reminds me of when I had to push past self-doubt and competition in my own life. Whether it was in the Air Force and personal goals, I've had to learn that you don't have to be the most polished person in the room. You just have to be the one willing to put in the work. And that's exactly what Goldie does. This is gonna sound wild, but one of my biggest takeaways from Misanogoku is that mistakes are part of the journey. Goldie messed up a lot. He gets jealous, he makes bad decisions, and sometimes he even pushes Kyoko away when he should be pulling her closer. But here's the thing, he learns from every failure. Instead of giving up, he uses each mistake as a lesson, slowly becoming the person he's meant to be. That's a powerful message because too often people think they have to be perfect before they can have a great relationship. The truth, growth happens within the relationship, not before it. I think back to the times I've made mistakes, whether in friendships, careers, decisions, or personal relationships. The moments I've learned the most weren't when I did everything right, but when I messed up and I had to figure out how to make things right again. Now that we've seen how personal growth plays a crucial role in building relationships, let's take a closer look at how Misanogoku teaches us that true love is about dedication, trust, and a commitment over time. Dedication and trust, the foundation of long-term happiness. Let me share something unexpected. One of the most emotional moments in Misanogoku isn't a grand love confession or a dramatic kiss. It's a quiet scene where Goldie, after years of struggling, finally lands a stable job as a teacher. It's not flashy and it doesn't make headlines, but for him, it's proof that he's become someone Kyoko can depend on. The biggest conflict in this story isn't just about getting the girl, it's about proving that love isn't built on empty promises, but on showing up day after day, even when it's hard. This moment reminds me of my own journey in the military. There were times I questioned whether I could handle the pressure, whether I was truly making progress. But I learned that real growth happens in the small, consistent actions, not in the big dramatic moments. And in every relationship, just like in life, consistency beats grand gestures every time. What's even more amazing is how Misanokoku shows that love isn't just about passion, it's about trust. There are moments when Kyoko, still haunted by the memory of her late husband, has to make a choice. Does she keep living in the past or does she take a chance on the future? It's a slow and painful process, but Goldie never rushes her. He gives her the space to decide on her own terms. That kind of patience is rare, but it makes their love story so powerful. This hits home for me because trust is something I had to learn in my own relationships. When you care about someone, it's easy to want to push for answers, to demand certainty. But Maison Ikkoku teaches us that real love is about respecting someone's pace, even when it's frustrating, especially when it's frustrating. Oh man, the craziest thing about this story is that even after all the struggles, all the waiting, and the heartbreak, Goldie and Kyoko love story isn't perfect, and that's what makes it real. And when they finally get together, it's not just a fairy tale ending. It's a new beginning. They still have challenges ahead, but they built something strong enough to last. Have you built something strong enough to last? And that's the real message in Misanogoku. Love isn't about waiting for perfection. It's about choosing someone, flaws and all, and building something meaningful together. Now, I'm not trying to be a relationship expert and therapist for your people who's going through some bad breakups or relationships. But this lesson applies to more than just relationships. It's about life in general. Whether it's a career, a personal goal, or dream, waiting for the perfect moment will keep you stuck forever. The real magic happens when you commit, even when things are not perfect. Now that we've seen how Misanogoku teaches us about patience, growth, and commitment, let's tie it all together and see how these lessons can transform the way we approach life and love. Let me share something unexpected. What Misanogoku really teaches us isn't just about romance, but about the kind of patience and dedication that leads to real growth. We saw how Goldie's patience wasn't just about waiting for Kyoko. It was about proving to himself that love is worth the effort. His journey reminds us that sometimes the best things in life take time, and rushing them only leads to disappointment. We explored how personal growth plays a crucial role in relationships. Goldie doesn't just wait around, he's actively working on himself, showing that true love requires becoming the kind of person who is really and ready for it. And finally, we broke down how trust and dedication are the real foundations for lasting love. Goldie and Kyoki's story proves that love isn't just about finding someone perfect. It's about choosing someone and building something real together. With all these lessons on patience, growth, and commitment, let's move into our final thoughts and talk about how you can apply these insights into your own life. Have you ever felt like you were waiting for something or someone that might never happen? Whether it's love, success, or personal growth, the journey can feel endless. But like Goldie's struggle in Misanokoku, we spent this episode diving into how his story teaches us. We saw how patience isn't just about waiting, but about preparing yourself for the right moment. We broke down how real love and success requires personal growth, becoming the best version of yourself so that when the opportunity arrives, you're ready. And we uncovered the truth about commitment. Love isn't about perfection. It's about choosing to build something meaningful together, flaws and all. Like I said, I spent hours rewatching Misanogoku, breaking down every moment and reflecting on my own experiences to bring you these insights. If you found value in this episode, make sure to support our channel directly by clicking on the links in the description. It's for your personal growth and development, and everything in there is free. I don't charge, even though I should sometimes. People tell me all the time, man, you should be charging at least, processing fees and all this and that, what I'm saying, your services. No one's going to value your services unless you do. But I offer free services because I want you guys to grow. And I think that's more important than making $1. I'm blessed. I'm in the United States military, and that has afforded me a good life. And so I just want to continue to bless others, right? Now, that means I won't be making courses that help and develop people? No, I am actually actively making courses right now that's for schools. I've been working on it for the last probably like 2 years, collecting all the scientific data, the studies, the research needed, so that I can make these courses available for schools, for colleges, but mostly for kids, because I believe in passing on information to our next generation and not just generic type information that we get, right? So I know I got off on a long tangent, guys, but I really take education and developing our kids and our youth seriously. So look out for that. That's coming probably in the latter year of 2025. Like I said, I'm working on 5 outstanding courses. It's going to help from K1 to 12th grade. I got different courses for different age groups. So watch out for that. And, if you subscribe to the Artemis newsletter, yeah. All right, your engagement keeps this show going, and I appreciate every single one of you for being part of the Zenroku family. Hit that subscribe button, like, and share this episode with someone who needs to hear it. Truly, someone who really needs to hear it. Until next time, remember, patience isn't just about waiting, it's about growing while you wait. Keep pushing forward, Zenroku family. Peace.